Okay. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. 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 There we go. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. 2 minutes, there's no way you can answer these questions in 2 minutes. I'm an idea guy. I'm passionate about this. Or I wouldn't come back out of retirement to get into this thing. I love America. I love Arizona. And we need people to go back there that have had past success and strong leadership backgrounds. That's what I am. You know, we talk about money, getting money in. Isn't it funny? Warren Buffett owes $1 billion in back taxes he's contesting. Federal government workers, you know how much money they owe in back taxes? $1 billion. Yeah, there's lots of money out there. There's lots of money out there that's wasteful that we need to go after. And you need to send somebody back there that's not afraid to step on someone's toes. I didn't hear anybody up here say we're going after old folks. In fact, I don't think anybody over 50 is going to even be affected by any of this. That's not going to happen. But I'm going to tell you something. There's a lot of wasteful spending. You go on my website and you'll see one about undocumented illegals in this country. It's an NBC station, Scott, out of Indianapolis. You can find it on YouTube. They're filing tax returns, and they're getting returns back, and they're putting down nephews and nieces, maybe you've seen it, in Mexico on their return as dependents. They're getting returns between $14,000 and $30,000 a year. It's costing us $4.2 billion a year. The IRS knows about it, hasn't done anything. Your money, my money, going to those people. There's so much wasted spending of your money, and it's got to stop. And you need to send someone back there that's not afraid to draw a line in the sand, and that's me. Thank you.
I want to thank the Chandler Chamber of Commerce for having us. This has been an outstanding forum where we see stark differences amongst all the candidates, Republicans and Democrats. I want to know if we can call the expiring Bush tax cuts Obama tax increases for the next decade. Because that's what they are. They're tax increases. They're not expiration of tax cuts. There's no automatic tax level in this country that we're all supposed to be recipients of. We have got to get government out of the way in this country. President Obama has failed. This Congress has failed. Republicans and Democrats. They haven't passed a budget in how many thousands of days? They haven't balanced our budget. They have fallen down on the job. It's not working. You know, I'm honored to have the support of job creators in the community. Randy Knight at Knight Trucking, Douglas Fulton of Fulton Homes. People who are trying to create jobs, not politicians, not special interest groups, not lobbyists. Real Americans are out working hard, employing people, evil rich people, who are paying taxes and creating jobs in our economy. If elected, I can make one promise to everyone in this room. I will not bring Washington, D.C.'s special interest to Arizona. I will take Arizona's best interests to Washington. Thank you.
Well, we've got a lot of discussion, philosophical thought, I guess it boils down to this. We can say this election is about the economy, but it's about people. All of us here tonight, our family, our friends, our neighbors. How we decide to come together and move forward as Americans and deal with this crisis. Well, now we believe that government's become too big, too costly, too ineffective. Or whether we believe as our founding fathers did, government's best and government's the least. We're all Arizonans. We have this culture and heritage of being very self-reliant, very independent. Most of us don't want government in every facet of our life. We don't need that. You know, during my time in the Chandler City Council, we had a lot going on. We had some agreements, we had some disagreements, we had challenges. But like all Arizonans, we faced these challenges head on. On that council, in those 9 years, we dealt with it. Then we moved on to what was most important in this community, to maintain fiscal responsibility and engage the private sector. Why? Because most of us believe, in fact, probably all of us believe in the council, that government wasn't the answer. Our city council wasn't the answer. But we had job creators right down the road who were willing to work with us and tell us what they needed. We listened. We've talked about the Intel story ad nauseum tonight in various fashions, but it's true. It's a success story. And quite frankly, I'm proud to be part of the success story. The 9 years we served, or I served in the Chandler City Council, a lot of disagreements, but we agreed on one thing. Let's figure out what the private sector needs. Let's help them maximize their investment. Let's make it happen. We did. I'm proud of that. I'm also proud of the fact my family's been for about 150 years. I was born and raised here. I'm not going anywhere. I've got the experience. I'm ready to lead this district now and be Arizona's next congressman. Thank you.
When all of you leave here tonight, you'll go home to a light supper, a couple of drinks, and you'll go to bed. I go to the office. I got to meet payroll tonight. I have 14 employees who are relying on me. And I have to make sure that they can put food on the table. I stuck my neck out in this district. I started a business here 15 years ago when I retired on a very modest pension from the United States Air Force as one of the first women pilots. I went to pilot training here, and my husband and I and our small children at the time decided to come back here and put down roots. And we're very glad we did. But you know what the biggest job growth sector is now in Arizona? Government jobs. I've got a problem with that. I'm a small business owner, and it gets tougher and tougher. And so tonight, when you sit around your kitchen table, you think of me, because I'm over there at 3030 South Rural putting together a payroll and trying to overcome the vagaries of government intervention, like unemployment and workers' compensation. And do you know what else? Unemployment has 60,000 of my dollars that I'll never get back because I was a good steward of my employees, because I never laid anyone off. And so for that, they have my money. Does that incentivize me? No. I want government to get out of the way so that small business can pursue and be incentivized and create jobs. And that's my answer. WendyRogers.org. No D in Rogers for Democrat.
Great job tonight. Tonight we heard two different views of America. We heard the view that we can tax and spend and we can create jobs through the federal government. But I want to set the record straight. I, for one, would honor our commitment to our seniors for Social Security, without a doubt. And, you know, I've been really blessed to have the endorsement of some really great people, Bill Gates and the Phoenix City Council, Jim Waring, also Michelle Reagan, Hugh Hallman, the mayor of Tempe, and my entire city council, or my entire town council from the town of Paradise Valley. And if anyone's ever served on a town council, that's very, very difficult to obtain. I've also had the endorsement of very prominent business leaders, such as Jerry Colangelo, Ken Kendricks, Nicole Bidwell, and Eric Brown. But the one endorsement that I'm really proud of, and I'll read the letter that this person sent me. He says, "I hope this helps you, Vernon. Please keep my assistant in the loop on how the race is going." And he says, "I'm very proud of you." He said, "Vernon Parker is a good man who served honorably in my administration. Vernon is a leader who demonstrates conservative values, love for country, and commitment to excellence in all that he has done His life story is the American dream." This person goes on to say that the newly created 9th District is a good fit for Vernon, and the people of Arizona would be lucky to have Vernon as their representative. I have every confidence that he will serve them well, as he did in my administration. I encourage you to vote for Vernon Parker, George H.W. Bush. And that, to me, was one of the proudest endorsements that I have ever received. And I can tell you one thing, I will go to Congress and fight for the future of this country. I will go to Congress to restore the American dream, a dream that I believe has been lost. Thank you.